Testing, testing, testing. We are allegedly live. Make sure it is actually live. Get the map to render in. Very nice. Right, I'm going to open by saying, sorry about the background noise, but I have 25 hours of 3D printing to get done. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, last time we built this little mason's house. And we built this sort of, well, most of this little school. It's got the desks, blackboard, the works. So, sun is going down. I don't actually think I've been on since last time. So there's not any additional progress that's been made. This guy still seems to live in my house. Guess I'll buy more glass from him. Level up now. Whee. And you just sell name tags. I need to stop doing that. Yeah, as the title suggests, I will be today trying to make more paper. It's going to take probably quite a lot of glass, amongst other things. Now, first of all, though, I made some TNT last time. So I'm going to try and get some cobblestone. And then possibly some more sandstone. Well, I might just use it to get rid of an awkwardly placed hill. So I reckon if I would want to expand over this hilltop, that might be interesting. Or this one. Who knows? Probably me, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to start with my normal, I guess, quarrying place over here. Good morning, Ash. Good morning to the other people in the chat who have yet to make their presence known. So I'm going to go a couple of blocks into the rock, like I have been doing. Light it, and run. And once again I have dug into a cave. It's not a terrible yield, but it could have been better. A single block of iron was gone from that. Exciting. Right, well, 63 cobblestones, almost a stack for 2 dynamite, which is pretty good. Understandable, Joe. That away. That away. I've got enough rotten flesh to sell. I've got quite a bit of iron though. Braining. Get some fences. Some of those. Get some sand. Take that glass with me. Need those for now. Okay. So I need to get redstone from the clerics. Probably should have been stockpiling this for a while. What are we selling now? Lapis. So, what I'm gonna do... Alright, game. Try that again. I'm gonna try and expand this. So as I can't expand it this way anymore, because I've made good decisions... maybe I could expand it a little, but still. So I'm going to have to go this way. Although, right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pistons to start with. Yeah, again, sorry about the 3D printing noise, but I've got 25 hours of 3D printing I need to get done. It's gonna be fun. Totes. So, redstone dust. And then I'm gonna put... There we go. I just need to put a lid on this side. This side, I might cut down the bamboo, to be honest. Make it all into sugarcane. But for now, it's going to be as it is. So, the more I expand it, the more land I need to reclaim from the sea. So I guess to start with, I need to make another stack of railway lines. Stand in its path down here. There we go. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This has a heart of oak. Come on. Don't be like this. Come on. Okay. we go. Okay, so... I need more oak. And I'm going to need 6 more dirt, 6 more pistons. Grab the stack. And I had... Oh, okay, well, I had no loose oak wood. Right, let's see how long I can make coherent sentences today. I was really just going to say content, but sentences I think is maybe a bit more my speed. So I need more oak wood for consistency. I don't appear to be in any hurry to fall over. Heard that. I don't know anymore. Ah, it's the sheep, okay. So that fills in that fills in that, then I can knock out these blocks and there should be water behind. Yeah, close enough. So now to cover over that with that, that. Now piston, 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 oak. Now that is free for... How long is this? I'm actually not sure. That's not that much bamboo. Or sugarcane even. Words. Okay, so he's got that like that. Jump up the ladder at the back. Okay, so that bit that went on the top is going to be a problem, because that means I need to put a lid on this. I also need to get more redstone in first, so I need 3 more redstone. And then to put a lid on it, so it's going to be an 8 long. Morning, Stu. I'm hopefully going to be printing something that it reckons it's 5 hours-ish. Put my spare rails in there. Fill in that bit there. That should just keep rolling, rolling. Just keep rolling. There's now 2 of them in there. Well, the structure's back together at least. Used quite a lot of that actually. So I need to get more sugarcane, and then I need to sell things and stuff. Not sure why that village is stuck in the corner. See if that helps him. Go on, shoot. Oh, don't be like this. Okay, this is... Oh, good. Oh, that's fine. Things I needed to pick up. Charcoal. I have sticks, so I can make torches. Yeah, one of the things I need to do today is make more farm. Ooh. What are you buying? What are you selling? Okay, so that trader's already lost his leads. That's unfortunate for him. I will have to find them and pick them up. So yeah, so just in case I've got that bit of grass there, so the grass will always be able to regrow. I'm still going to try not to get too many sheep. Too many sheep. One, two. 2. Hmm. Oh, is there not water behind that bit? There we go. Hello, Gem. Hello, Deb's Red. Hello, cats. Right, let's harvest some crops and get some money coming in. Put the silk touch axe in my offhand again. So it's there. That's enough of a field. Now, I've seen a few guides on very simple automated fields, which is you just get a villager to do it. But they are not... The one I've seen doesn't look very nice, that's the main thing. Like, it works, but... I might check it out again and have a go at... I mean, there's a simple test we could do. We just need to get a villager out of the village, which should not be difficult. We'd probably even use a villager in the village, but we need to make sure that we get a bambino only. That should be fairly easy though, you just put a bambino shaped hole in the fence and wait for it to leave. Because they will. Even if you don't want them to. Let's not put my elbow in an open dip pot, that will be good. Ah. Ooh, flower forest. And yeah, you need to make sure that the first thing you've got is good defences for your village. Like, lots of torches and a fence. And, be careful not to attack the pillagers unless you are ready. Which, fortunately, I now am. I reckon I could take on a pillager horde. Oh. What a good look at that fortuitous timing. Should I give it a go, chat? I mean, they're there. And I can show you some other elements of the village that are not readily a thing. So buy flowers, but I don't want to buy flowers. So I've got not enough arrows and not enough food. Okay. Let's get some food. And we'll get some arrows and we'll give it a go. Plenty of arrows, just in case. So I've got reasonable armor, I've got a bow, I've not got anything following me. Let's hope they've not left. Whee! So there's apparently one remaining, despite the fact there's another one over there. Now a nice stout village wall will solve most of your problems. Unfortunately, my villagers are not going to be very intelligent in this matter, I'd imagine. At least there's plenty of iron golems to protect them. Got him. Right, now if I go up on one of the towers, maybe I'll have a better lookout. They can only realistically come from one side. Unless they come out of the sea. Yep, they're over there. Typical. Oh, I'm going to make the villagers pay. The pillagers pay. The villagers won't, though. The village is a good place. Apart from that one. You know the one I mean. Heard that. Finish him. Let's hope the villagers can't swim. At least can't swim very efficiently. One thing that would be very helpful to me right now is what I refer to as the angry bushes. Oh, they've got a ravager. Okay, I'm going up this tower. No, I'm not. There's a llama in it. Now, you may notice already there's a problem here. No, not that way. Oof, that was close. Alright, gonna use the old-fashioned method. Golem. Golem. Got him. This raid has been quite bad for my golem population. Which could be considered a good thing. Where are they? There they are. There's the witches. Not to be confused with the witches. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Whew. That fella will two-hit you in diamond armor, I'm pretty sure. That's not a bow. That's not a bow. Button mashing is not helping. Redstone. Yeah, I needed some redstone. '3D printer is behaving as best as I can tell. That's good. I'm not saying that at some point I'd like to build Minas Tirith, but this rain is nice. Not Minas Tirith, Helm's Deep. What am I talking about? I mean, Minas Tirith's alright, but it's just not the same. Yeah, I think an actual wall will be required. Ugh. Where'd that come from? I heard that. That's gonna ruin my villagers. Ow. Oh dear. Yeah, those things. Those things are a problem. Golem. Golem. Well, I had a lot of XP, you know. Oh, that's just, yeah, that's, that's a problem. Because they can just phase. Okay. Right, hopefully I've not lost too many villagers to this raid. Oh, what? Yeah, the Vexers can just phase, teleport, all that good stuff. They're ruining that golem. Right, let's get some food back in me. This is just very inconvenient. I can't eat fast enough to be hungry to eat more. This is probably going to have killed several villagers, and this is going to be actually very inconvenient for me. This is not the time, 3D printer. There we go. Right. Yep, that's not a problem at all. No, that's fine. An enemy that can just phase through you. Cool, and yeah, there we go. I like this. This is fun. This is very fun. When you've got a swarm of enemies you can't hit, that can hit you. Yeah. And it's raining, so you can't even set them on fire. Right, I've at least got a weapon. What even was that? Yeah, so, things I need to do. Good sight lines all around the village. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. Yeah, so all that XP I had, all that levels, all that durability on my armor. That's the thing, the guy is easy to kill if you can get to him. Server closed. Great. What? That's not a crash screen I've seen before. Okay, I wonder where it's going to put me then. Just going to reload the game. Vexes are an issue. So yes, I need to move my town wall. So I've got a good, like, no man's land around it. And then I need to try and source some angry bushes. I have no idea why I crashed my single player game for that purpose. That's kind of weird. I'm fairly calm. It's just very frustrating because it's... I have not seen that many Vexes. Oh, good. Alright, put me back here. See, that's so many Vexes. See, just 3 of them, just casually, all my hit points. I've got to keep them away from my villagers. Yeah, those houses next to the wall, pretty much anyone in them is almost certainly dead. Oh no. Oh, this is just terrible, because the game's still loading in and I'm getting murdered. I haven't even got my stuff back. Am I alive? Am I gonna get to keep my stuff this time? So I can deal with these guys. It's the Vexes. The Vexes are what got me in the Woodland Mansion as well. Look at them, there's a swarm. How do you mean level up the armor? I mean, I can get new armor if that's what you mean. I'm probably carrying too much stuff to be dealing with this, but I am carrying it, so I might as well. I need my arrows. Fight! I've used all my arrows. Oh dear. Ow. I haven't used all my arrows, but I've lost all my arrows. Is it just me? Oh, there are a lot less villages around. I have a charged crossbow. Let's use that. Alright, that was fun. Right, just this one left. And I'm pretty sure all my villagers have died. Most of them anyway. So, yeah, this was disastrous. They're generally this hardcore in terms of the amount of stuff that will attack you, but... oh, there was a Fletcher up here. But, if you've got good defences, you can walk this easy. I have just made poor decisions, is all. Right, I have some emeralds. Let's go. Let's buy arrows. Say good defences and a good supply of arrows, and you'll be fine. And I bought like 120, 130 arrows for this. Right. Token of Undying can go in the offhand. Let's go. Now the survivors will hopefully appreciate this. Or they will curse me. One of the two. Right. Well, that's why I need to increase my defences, because I had this entire section of wall where I couldn't defend. This entire section is not so bad, but I'm going to need to move the defences out at least one row. I have lots of crossbows. I guess let's go and see what the damage is. After I've tried to mop up any misplaced equipment. Well, at least 4 of them have survived. 5 of them, maybe. 6. Yay! That was cataclysmic. Make a moat. A moat could work. The main thing is I need to have a defensive area. So I'm going to go with a nice wooden wall. It's susceptible to lightning, but, you know, it'll be fine. So let's store some of this junk. I'm not going to try and trade with villagers for a little bit. I don't think that's going to be worth it. Okay, I've had a fair few have survived, but hopefully enough of the important ones have survived. So I'm going to move the defensive wall to here. Use the extension to the wall. So the wall needs to be at least 3 blocks high at its shortest points. So I've got space to shoot down on my enemies. So this can be 1, 2, 3. That's already 4, so that's fine. Unfortunately, this will not interrupt the sugarcane farm over much, other than the inconvenience of having to go around it. Oops. No. I'm going to put a gateway here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then so 2, 3. Hello, Magon. Well, sorry. Hello, Moist Ski Live. And you just missed a fair amount of entertainment. My village got raided, and presumably many dead. And that's 4 high. I should probably go with gates, but I could go a solid set of doors. The problem with a solid set of doors is they'll only be too wide. And if I have a doorway, well, things can just open doors. They can't open gates, to my knowledge. Now I have the Hero of the Village perk, which is kind of empty, but, you know. I'll explain what that does shortly, for anyone who's unaware. So... defensive wall... Now, I'll probably extend the defensive wall all the way along there, but not right yet. Put a... So I've got somewhere a bit safer to hide. I might put this with little merlons or whatever. No. Ow. So yeah, I'm going to have to move things around a bit. But that is a start. Right. Braining. You useless things that spawn in the well are not helping. There we go. Right. Let's go to bed and see what survived in the morning. Sigh. So I've got messages I need to reply to. That's not a particularly productive text message, but it's conveys the point at least. Right. I'm going to take those lanterns with me, because I'm going to suffer in style. As best I can, at least. Now the problem is, with this, villagers will be able to just climb the walls and escape. So I do need to have two layers... Layers? Yes, 2 layers of defense. That's exactly what I meant to say. Lines of defense. So... 2, 3. 2, 3. Yep. So 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, that keeps happening. 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. That looks kind of awful, but it'll look better soon. Ow. Okay, so I need to replace the bottom edge still, but it's progress. This is why you don't seek out raids if you're not completely ready. So we've got that whole area behind the wall pretty much is going to be defensive. To clear out all that sugarcane though, and move the sugarcane farm. Or at least move it back a little. Now that end looks better, that end looks boring. So yeah, we can work on this. The one thing we'll have to do is move that lot. Huh. There we go. Now I do need to go to the ones behind the wall as well, which is equally annoying. What does the perk do? Well, I'll try and show you when it's meetup time in the village. There we go. So I've still got my main field of these, I just don't have one next to the village right now. And I'm going to get rid of those, because I'll need these for other purposes. Now my sword is starting to wear out, which is one of the things I need to deal with. And hopefully, going to have some villagers that are going to come to the well. Excuse me, we're sneezing. Right. Try not to sneeze into the mic. I could buy all of his bricks, but I'm not going to. It is weird that there's not a carpenter. Yeah, I think a lot of the village has been wiped out, which is really, really bad. As that's gonna make things very difficult for a while. My villagers just seem to be chilling. They're all just hiding in their houses still. This is weird. Right, I'm going to go and get some carrots and hope that that will help. Might help me anyway. So I've got... I really should move the tall crops from right in front of the wall, shouldn't I? Yeah, that's kind of the concern. That's why the hero of the village isn't always the perk it's cracked up to be. If you're the hero of the village and you win, it's quite good, but those vexers... if you think how many times they killed me, just contemptuously, they are indeed vexing, then I'd imagine they've just killed most villagers. But I've got some of them left, so that's good. I guess my plans to try and make some semi-automated farms are a little out of it at the moment. Oh, I'm definitely going to be ready for lunchtime. Right. So I'm hoping I've got a food merchant. Because even if I get a population boom today, it's going to be a little while until it has any meaningful effect. And yeah, I can make my own food, but... meh. So, probably going to... if I move the wall forwards another one, which I might do at some point, you know, I'll expand it as required, but I think an actual wall will serve me much better. It also means I can make some nice walls. You know, the wall aesthetic. Right, it's sunset. The villagers have started going home. How did you get in here? Oh. Okay, so this is the hero of the village perks. They want to buy, they'll buy less stuff, or in theory more stuff, for a greater amount of currency. Oh, right, they have actually, there are some baby villages around the place. So if you've got good trades, or rare trades, it's best to save them for times like this, but... there we go, been to that for ages. So we've got some lighting along the seafront. We've got this guy. A bunch of them are chilling on this boat. It's Infinity, Silk Touch and Flame. So if I wanted any of these things, they'd be really good to buy right now. I'm going to buy a new axe. I'm going to sell you carrots. Yep. there's still, for whatever reason, loads of villagers. They just were not, you know, around. And there's loads of baby villagers. Okay, this is not so bad. And I've got, I don't know how long left on the hero of the village. I'd like to buy 2 maps. Alright. This is strange. But sometime we'll need to buy a new sword, because this one is starting to wear out. And then I can show you some of the extra joys of enchanting. So for now, as I don't know if I've got a surviving butcher. There we go. Right. Things I was trying to achieve. So episode 10. There we go. I'm going to rename the stream to something a bit more sensible. Never seen one of what in multiplayer? The Vexers. So I guess, as it's nothing much else to do at this time of night, I'm going to complete this map. Loads of villagers stuck in my house, it's really irritating. They weren't meant to be able to get in there. So I just need to put a roof onto the sugarcane farm I made. Or at least made bigger. So... well, I guess the noticeable difference between those two, there is a wall, which I need to expand. I was probably going to end up being a villager asleep in my bed. So if there is... no, there's not. I need to get rid of that iron golem. I think I'm just going to drop it down to the floor below. Ah, no, that's not... okay, this is what's happening then. That'll do. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna have a table here. Just gonna have a shelf. Shoo. 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 Leave. Leave. There we go. That's... you know that... grumble. Okay then. Alright, because these are being a problem. Door. Door. Villagers cannot use mechanical doors like that, so I should be safe. Okay, there's some more villagers around. I have 33 emeralds. That's quite a few. So I've got a new axe, I need to buy a new sword, and I need to buy new armour. He has survived. Now what I can do is use the anvil, so I've got this really beaten up, worn out sword. And this one. So now I can make it sharpness free, looting free, which is better. Yay. Oh, alright. And to think I just paid you for an axe. So if I stand here for a little while. Excuse me. Now notice how the villagers are throwing things at me. They're being generous and rewarding me for my actions in defending the village. So I'm going to try and find the cleric and the librarians. Now, when it comes to midday and they'll go and loiter around the fountain. Hello. What are you selling? Ooh, I can buy andesite. That's not too shabby. Cartographers. Okay, I'm gonna go and stand in the middle of the village and hope for the best while I go and check the wiki for something. Let's see, because I know that the hero of the village gives you some things. I'm trying to remember what they are. There we go, so raids. Okay, so the pillagers are trying to kill all the villagers or destroy all the beds. That makes sense. So the armourer can throw armour at me, the butcher will throw food at me, the cartographer will throw maps at me, the cleric will throw lapis. The Fletch will throw arrows. Leather, wool. Ah, cool. Oh yeah, there we go. People already throwing things at me for protecting them. And that's a lot of axes now. So there's still a bed in here, because I don't think they ever made it into the village. They could only kill the villagers. But yeah, they killed quite a few of the villagers by the look of it. The toolsmith will throw stone tools at me. Oh, travelling merchant. Ooh, slime. It's not a terrible collection. Right, what level is this? What level are you? He now has golden carrots. Fancy. I heard a damage effect. Fellas? Have you made yourselves a village? Is this what this is now? I thought trapdoors were meant to be solid blocks. Okay, it is now meetup time. So I'm going to stand here and hope for the best. Hey, I can sell paper again. So I probably could clear out my entire inventory and then I am okay, Ruby. But yeah, my moderation team are not your biggest fans, I'm afraid. I could buy Silk Touch for free. I might buy one, just, you know, ahead of time. Oh, I have acquired a free map. Excellent. Thank you. Ooh. They're throwing things at me again. Okay. Silk Touch. I might try and upgrade this weaponsmith by buying more swords while they're cheap. And you now also sell bells. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy one of your bells. That was all of my money. Right, you lot. Have some carrots. Thank you. So yeah, my inventory is now quite full of sort of stuff. But none of it that I can make any money off of. But that's fine, it's stuff I won't need to buy later on. Okay. Just need to put a lid on here at some point. For now I can make more paper. See, I do fear that all my butchers were lost in the raid. That's something. So that guy's looting 2 for 16, so even on his discount, he's more expensive. I'm going to put a bell. I'm thinking I'm going to put it at the school. That makes sense. I probably should have put it outside, but it's fine. It's fine. So I need to get a clock. I need to get lots of glass. I'm thinking nice blue glass for the school. Right, I'm going to go to bed. Still a villager in my basement. I'm going to have to deal with him later. But yeah, vexes are an issue, but I've hopefully solved that problem. Why are you like this? That's not going to work, is it? Done exactly the same thing again. There we go. Leave. Leave. You're too good to be down here and dead. For now. I've got a load of axes now. I'm going to need to make that toolbox bigger. Don't know. No, yeah, I need that one. Hang on to those for now. Okay, I have spare map. It's the same trader. Yeah, so I appear to have lost a considerable amount of villagers. It's unfortunate. While I have the hero of the village, I'm going to get as much out of the remaining ones as I can. It's for their benefit as well. You get all the XP. I gotta stop carrying this axe in my offhand. Right, I need to find an... Ooh, no, it's running out already. Ah, the effect's gone. Alright. Guess I'll go back to doing things the old-fashioned way. Right, cow. Cow. That's episode 11 sorted out. Okay, so new villager. Hello, cats. I need to move the wall forwards a little bit further. And I can put my sheep field behind it. Rather than at the moment where it goes straight down the middle. But I will build a completely new wall and then put some sugarcane behind it. So I'm going to need to cut down quite a few trees. Yep. And check the printer. We are 2 hours into the print. Huzzah. I mean, I could, but I need a really potentially big area. I'm thinking of putting the maps along the back of the wall. But as they're all currently labelled and everything, I can leave them for now. What are you printing? I am printing a fuel pump room. And then later on I've got to print some more fuel tanks. Just for a project I'm working on. I'm trying to get it done, as I've not done anything to it in the last month. But I made loads of progress yesterday when I felt okay, and now it's just a case of sit back and watch it print. Good stuff. Nah, I wouldn't want to 3D print guns, they'd be awful. Like, the best you could get is one shot, or you're not printing a gun, you're just printing bits. Because, this way, have you ever, like, used, like, had a Kinder Egg, and you've, like, crushed, like, the outer shell of it? That's about the strength you would have, comparatively, with a 3D printed firearm of any sort. It would be worse than useless because it would just be dangerous to everybody rather than just the intended target. Alright, let's wait for these to grow. But no, it's a 7mm to the foot scale tank room, and it looks alright so far. I'll probably have some pictures of it on my Twitter when it's done, as apparently people are interested. It is for a later point in time than the locomotive you've all been kindly helped me by, but if it is successful, I may use some of the proceeds to buy a another small locomotive, or just more printer plastic, because both of those are always useful. Well, primarily the printer plastic, but I'm going through the dregs of all my reels, trying to get rid of the ones I don't really use, because it's all going to be painted, so it doesn't matter what colour it is, really. But I've had just going to be probably printing oil drums and things out of the leftovers. So that can all still grow more. This field of wheat can get harvested. The other one not yet. But yeah, little oil drums are one of the easiest ways of making, you know, good use of bits of filament. Because if the machine runs out, as long as it doesn't run out to the point where it's really inconvenient to get the filament out, it's not too bad. But if it runs the filament out into the machine, that's a problem. Let's not use that one. So the other thing I can do with this wall is, because I'm pretty sure the Ravagers can just destroy blocks. Not too certain, but I know they can. They can definitely sweep branches off of trees. Ah. Ah, well, I hope he's having a nice time. if you have any questions you'd like me to answer, just put them in the chat. I will do my best. I guess any questions related to my 3D printing is also a thing you can ask. Might not be the most interesting answers, but I can try. Currently I'm just cutting down lots and lots of trees to make a new palisade. Why am my computer stumbling so much? That'll do. I've gotten... Hey, the big tree grew. Come back in the morning with a nice iron axe for that one. Boing. And there's nearly too many sheep in this field. So if you look at where the grass is growing, or isn't rather, should be an indicator. Plenty of bamboo in there, but that's it. Well, I'm about, I reckon, halfway up the walls? No, further away up the walls for this print, so I have skeletonized it for my own convenience. That block then, I guess. It's not going to be enough either, is it? 1, 2, 3. Crafting table out the way. Shoo. Shoo. Get out of it. If he just went up the ladder when he could have been doing that this whole time, I will be unenthusiastic. Yeah, that'll do it. Well, I am reading the chat. So you did go up the ladder. Looting 2. You know what? Fine. You can use ladders. Use the ladder. Grumble. I have a new armourer. And no money. Yay. You the same trader still? Yeah. Okay, so this sheep field. How? How? How did you both get in here? What? Right, here's the gate. How's that even going to help? What? How have they... Is the baby village gone, do you reckon? Yep. I have no idea how they got in there. Like, is there a way onto the wall? It's the only thing I can think of. What? I do intend to do that, Lord Crispo, but I plan to do that as the demand for that colour of wall comes up. The other thing I plan to do is to put sheep in the space behind this wall. Because I already have a sheep field here, so it makes some sense and it still gives me a bit of, like, dead ground to work with. So I'm going to start by making 2, 3, 4. 2. And then 1, 2. With a nice torch on the top. Ow. And then it's going to be fun dealing with that bit, but I can probably just fill it in. So the original village fence it works, but it leaves me very vulnerable. Whereas if I've got a nice merlon to stand behind, that would be much better. So I want to have the wall be 3 blocks higher than the surrounding area. Because that's easier. Plus we'll get the XP, waste not, want not. Also, yeah, 10 viewers, thank you very much for all of your interest. I will try and be a bit more interesting, but yeah, the anyone who is here for the raid has unfortunately missed it, but they have not missed me trying to deal with the tidying up. So you've got that going for you, I guess. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to pressure people to press like unless they actually are enjoying themselves, so do as you will there. So that's at least 2. If it's at least 2, then you can't jump it unless you're a rabbit, which means I can slowly collect rabbits. So this is getting slowly taller. Now this bit here is I have certain standards. Even if the wall doesn't go down that deep, I'd like the supports too. The other thing I've got to remember is I need to keep the villagers from being able to climb the walls in case they get out again. Because villagers are a nuisance. A very useful nuisance, but a nuisance nonetheless. So I could just recycle that bit of wall, but not yet. I can use it later. So, there's a big taiga tree over there that is now grown. Ow. These are generally the most efficient way of getting wood. Do need to get some more enchanting done, but I need a very special enchantment before I want to get too much enchanted stuff. Unless I can just... unless it's cheap enchantments, in which case I can just keep buying enchantments. Like Silk Touch, it's 2 emeralds. That's easy. If you dig a ditch, does that keep the villagers in? It'll keep the villagers in the ditch, unless you build it like a, is it a ha-ha? I think it's a ha-ha. Which is a, I'll just demo it quickly. Ow. So a ha-ha is basically that. So it looks flat from one side. And it means the villagers can get in. They can't get out this way. Which is useful for keeping sheep in... I believe it's a practice used in stately homes and things. It keeps sheep... because obviously you want to have your grazing animals to keep the grass down. But you also want to have your nice bit of grass where you can, you know, not be stepping in sheep poop all the time. So you have the little ha-has in, which mean the sheep can't actually get to your house. I'm up to the base of the window frame now, which means I am just over 4 foot up the walls on the 3D print. Now it's 4 foot at scale, I will hasten to add. I have not got that big a printer. Bloop. Yeah, you could very easily do a ditch to keep the villagers in, but a fence works just as well. The problem with a fence is it's just that. There is no real defensive element to a fence. I mean, you can stand behind it, so you can't be melee attacked, but any ranged attacks can go straight over the top. What you can do is you could make the fence 2 fences high, which is still cheaper than making a wall, and then use the fence, well, defensively, by having little firing gaps in it, or putting gates in, because you can, I believe, fire through a gateway. I have to test that. But if you can fire through the gap, then you can just stand behind the sides while you're reloading or eating. But as that looks a little bit silly to have it just 2 fences high, I'm going to put a wall in because it makes sense. And for making that wall, I'm going to need lots and lots of wood. So fortunately, because I did save most of the village, there were tragically many not survivors. I can have all these iron axes that I got for free just after I bought one, and cut down these very big trees. Because, as I say, spruce is one of the best woods because of this reason. So that was one tree, and that got me 92 wood. And there's still those leaves to come down. So I'm going to sit here, catch up with the chat for a second, make sure I don't miss anything. Yes, sheep of every colour will be useful, but I will start with the primary coloured sheep. I was going to try and make little shepherd houses for each of them. So I've got a shepherd house of aluminate, and this would actually have been the best time to start that, as I currently have a somewhat deficit on the villagers. Was just thinking what's the quickest way to do it when you start out. Haven't got time. Quickest way is probably, if you're really early on and you don't want to worry about training them, you just want to get them safe, is wait till night time, or wait till evening, they've all gone to their houses, and then put dirt over the doors so they can't get out again. Then they'll be safe inside their houses until you've got a perimeter set up. That's probably the best way to do it. 3D printer is going surprisingly well. This black filament is very good condition, considering I've not used it in months. Well, it has been kept in its plastic bag, so that's probably done it. But yeah, the 3D printing filament that I have is somewhat susceptible to temperature and moisture content in the air. So, as a result, you need to keep it in a sealed environment where you can, with silica gel to make sure it stays dry. As otherwise it prints awfully, like with huge bubbles and just gaps. Because where it gets the moisture into the plastic, when it gets heated up in the heater, it then expands and basically just makes a mess. And can jam up the printer, like the nozzle. Because basically it uses plastic string. And I have seen people try and use strimmer wire. It technically does work, but it's not worth it. So I'm going to put some more big taiga trees out, because I like them. Not all these are going to grow very fast or straight away, but there we go. So we've got lots more wood. The sun is going down. I'm going to harvest these pumpkins. Harvest all the pumpkins from here. There we go. And harvest the wheat. It's all ready to harvest now. I think I've missed a bit down that end, and I've missed all the pickups. If you for some reason like to hear my voice, I will be probably not talking very much in Master Stu's game on his channel tonight. That's the Black Crusade, presumably the final part of the current plot arc of us getting the parts needed to repair our ship after it was damaged in the naval battle in the first episode of the series. It has since been limping around, suffered some severe damage to, I think it was the Geller. I think we lost the Geller field, which to anyone who knows about the Warhammer 40k universe is kind of a big deal. The Geller field is what keeps all the warp entities away while travelling through the warp, which basically means it's just travelling completely normally without any protections, which means that weird things were happening on board. I mean, weird stuff happens enough when you're in the warp, so adding to it isn't going to help much. So, I will at some point need to acquire a baby villager and some hoppers. So that I can make, you can use 2 villagers to make a automated farm, because the villagers at certain times of day will try and throw food, or the farmers at least, will throw food to the non-farmer villagers. And in doing so, if you put something in the way, you can just collect everything they throw. Which sounds a little harsh, but you know, it's it is how it is. Now, I need to get rid of something, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Collect all these beetroots. There we go. And this pumpkin. Let's try and get some more emeralds again. Oh yeah, we were moving around the replacement plasma drive, which we basically stole. I say basically, we did steal it, but you know, we're not meant to be the good guys. We just sort of there. We have no particular allegiance. Oh, this guy's selling beds now. When did he start selling beds? That's very helpful. I can make at least that many paper. Novice? I don't have potatoes. I'm sorry. Buy arrows. Cartographer. Okay, we're 2 hours into the stream, as of according to my readout on it anyway. Probably a little bit more than that, based on the fact that I'm looking at the YouTube one, not the OBS one. Still baby villagers around. That's good that they're repopulating so quickly. I will buy a spare helmet. Oh dear, that's going to be a while. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Munty? Many. 1, 2, 3, many lots. It's one of my weaponsmiths. Farmer. As you're awake. And he should now be expert. Yes. You don't want anything I'm selling. Oh no, you want pumpkins. So I'm recovering reasonably well from all of that. Do need to glaze this building at some point. I'll need lots of blue dye. Also need to remember that this is now a meeting point for the villagers, for this end of the village. I mean, Stu schedules the episodes ahead of time. It's not exactly, like, cheating. Boing. So I need to get another observer at some point. So I think it's the blast furnace is the one you need for the armourer. Alright then. So I'm going to cook some stone. And go to bed. Right then. Let's get this stone cooked. Then I'll cook it again. So I'm going to make another blast furnace, and I'm going to make a proper armourer's shop at some point soon. Not quite sure where yet. Might build on the edge of the village. You can use specific seeds in the game. For example, if you and a friend want to play on the same map, you can get the game seed. I think it's... There we go. That's the game seed of the map I'm currently on. So that's 37878109056257597. I think. Probably best to screenshot that kind of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to make a furnace. And make a blast furnace. So there's lots of houses that don't really do much around here. So what I'm probably going to do is turn this one. As far as I know, no one works here. And for blast furnace, and I'm going to put this extra lectern at the little schoolhouse. So it's at least still being used. So, next up, I want to get that wall finished. First of all, I just want to probably try and find someone to sell some of this stuff to. There is a lumist. Where'd he go? There he is. This guy sells beds, so I'm going to buy a couple of beds, a couple of 3 beds, a couple of 4 beds, there we go. He's now buying purple dye, so if I can get the plant that gives me purple, I can get all the purple dye I would want. It's already decided that the villagers really don't seem to be too fussed about stopping making more villagers. I'm going to appease them, probably, by putting a bed up here. And putting a bed in here. So if I type in that, would I be on the same world? No. You would be in the same world, but it would not be this one. It would be like I guess the easiest thing isn't like an alternate reality. A bit like if you were to think of it a bit like if you buy like a bottle of mayonnaise from like Hellmann's or whatever, and someone else buys another bottle of Hellmann's mayonnaise, you technically have the same mayonnaise, but it's a different one. That's the worst probably way of explaining it. Oh dear. So yeah, it's not a multiplayer world, so it's safe, as it were. So the land falls away quite sharply here, so I'm going to put a log and a log. So it goes gently downwards. I just need to climb my way back up. And that should be the wall complete. So I'm just going to put some extra defensive measures in at some point. Primarily, at least for now. There's certain aesthetics to be maintained. So even though it is technically still a solid wall, it now looks like a solid wall. Now, because I'm in the desert, there's another thing I can do for defences, which I will demonstrate shortly. That looks kind of lousy. Never mind. Right. If you have played this game and you've been to a desert, you'll be aware of cactuses and how they can be a problem. Now, cactuses have loads of different use in this game. I have a shell. Excellent. No food, though. Should go and buy some food. No. No. Oh dear. Alright. I'll have to use the vegan diet. I'm gonna have to eat some vegans. So I think I've got some fish at the house. Either way, I will try and remember to tell you the thing I was going to tell you, which is... I'll start at this end of the wall and backfill it as I go. Cactus is a thing that exists. Cactus grows quite nicely in this climate. You put cactus like this, anything trying to reach your walls must needs walk through the cactus. This works quite well with fences and is actually really good for defences. Which means that if I do any extensions to the village, I will use fences and cactus because I am forgetful. Just going to cut down some of these cactus. That's an axe. That's not a shovel. Oh dear. Oh well. Now these cactus start small, but they will grow up nice and big, given time. There we go. So that means I can put a nice, gentle wall walk down the back. I clicked the shovel in my screen. I might be blind. Possibly. But the point is the same. I have a... Now, cactuses won't grow with anything directly next to them, which is actually a very useful way of farming them. I know. So, cactus goes there, cactus goes there, cactus goes there. Zigzag your way across, filling in where you need to. So that means anything that tries to attack me when I'm up on the wall will hit the cactus. So next I'll try and do something a bit more entertaining. Next up, it's night time. Start chopping down this wall. Hope everyone's ready for this much excitement. I'm chopping down a fence. Now I'm going to need lots of grass. I'm going to make sheep fields though. So that's going to be fun. The filament's tangling nicely as it is off to do. Sorry about that. Printer is at least still working nicely. For those curious, it is an Ender free by Creality. It has been a solid platform since I got it. It's needed no modification, no real maintenance either. It is very good. So hopefully I'm going to get some beechwood soon, so I can make the like the end boards for the school. Because I don't want it to look like that, where it's got like the nasty looking ends to it for that long. But until I can get the wood, it will have to wait. Because I want to have a nice pale wood to go with the nice sandstone pillars, but I don't really like the look of the sandstone steps for that purpose. Right, so I can trim this back to there, as the rest of it I'd need to put something else in anyway. So, there's a wall, and it needs the bottom of it filling in. Because this is sand, and the sand does not look good as the base of a wall. Because only a foolish person would build their house upon the sand. He says, having built an entire village on the sand. Ah. Well, I'd say the one I got, I think it was £190 or something on Amazon. Not quite sure what that translates to in dollars, because I know the exchange rate's a little different. I'm going to put my torches back in. Don't want anything nasty spawning back here. Three, four. The only thing is with that kind of 3D printing is you need to have software. And there are some quite good free softwares, but you need to learn them. And that can be a sticking point for some people. What got you into 3D printing work? I used to do loads of laser cutting work at high school. And when we got a new head of department, they had done some work with 3D printing. So they were like, oh, you know, get a 3D printer for the department. And they got a MakerBot 2, which is the one I had originally, because I knew how it worked. Having had, well, I say originally, the one that I actually used, because I got a kit one, but the software at the time to run it was awful. Like, it looked like an Excel, like, text document. It was lousy, but now there's really good softwares. So I am much happier with that. So, map. There we go, that looks a little smarter. So I just need to now expand the sheep fields, I guess. Probably going to use some of this wood, because I can. But I'm going to need a lot of dirt, so I think I'm going to need to make some TNT and make some craters nearby. Words, braining. Right in there. So I've got 41 dirt, which, considering I'm making 9x9 fields, which are 81 dirt per field, with a little bit of overlap. Yeah, 3D printing has come a long way since I had started getting into it, and I've gotten a lot better at doing it. I make primarily model trains. If you see my Twitter banner, I made all of the trucks, like the vans, the tankers. Let me just check what's actually on my Twitter banner. Make sure I'm not talking nonsense. I have 4 gunpowder. Ow. Ow. Why? Sorry, my body is making painful clicking sensations. That's... Thinking about it, that's probably not useful. Braining. I need to go and hunt creepers. That's what I need to do, because if I can get creepers, I can get gunpowder. If I can get gunpowder, I can make dynamite. If I can make dynamite, I can get dirt. Yay. That went quite well. Yeah, so my Twitter banner is a bunch of little trucks and wagons and things. I made all of those, aside from the wheels. Also the layout they're on, I did not make that layout. It is the very nice Market Witham, or Whittam, depending on how you want to pronounce it, of the Nottingham Model Railway Society, who I am hopefully going to be able to get back to at some point. There we go. Can hear bows twanging around me. I hear a horn. Hope I didn't hear a horn. So, I need some food. I cannot keep putting it off. I need a farmer of some type. Hello, farmer. I heard that, printer. I think you can sneak those noises by me. But yeah, for the longest time I guess my secondary job has been doing 3D printing. It's good fun. So, I'm going to make a pit over here where I'm not too fussed about the landscape. Dig into the top of this hill. TNT block. I may have dug down too far. However, that's a few stacks of dirt, that'll do. Yeah, I'm quite a fan of doing little bits and pieces of 3D printing work. I don't really sell it, I guess, because my main problem is selling little stuff. It would cost more in postage than it would for the item, which is generally, you know, not a productive thing for any form of business venture. So although I can do it, and I have been to trade shows and stuff, it's on a small scale at least not really worth it. Now I could, with each of these fields, put a little shepherd's hut out, or I can make this side of the street into shepherd huts. It'll just mean that all the houses have no windows. Yeah, that should bring the grass across over time. 1, 2, 3. Then I think it will need a step to the next one. I think I could print it if you could get me the drawing. But I primarily do, like, technical parts. You know, like engineering-y things. Well, I make model trains for a start. That's, you know, that's the bulk of it, I guess. But, because of the trains, I have a large book of drawings, which I can use to, what's the word? Work from. So one of my next projects is a conflat that is used as a shunting wagon. Conflats being the container flats. They were the precursor to the shipping containers that are used pretty much everywhere these days. Good times. So I need to get another shovel. There's the toolmaker. I'm going to buy a couple from him this time. When I've got the land cleared, I will come back and start putting up the fences. I'm probably going to use spruce wood for the fences, just to go nicely with the wall. Also, thank you, Lord Crispo. Now I have that picture of Pro Jared stuck in my head. Can't believe you've done this. So I can get another field on here, but it's going to go down another terrace. Not quite sure what I can put in this little gap. Maybe I can just make the yard a little bigger, but there shouldn't be any villagers staying in this space. Which means if the Vex is trying to attack me, they'll only attack me. And if the weird ground snake thing that you can summon happens, it shouldn't be too bad. I feel like I've missed something in the chat. Okay, the grass has started moving. Yay. So I need to get lots of fences. Start moving some sheeps, because I need black sheep And I need white sheep, to my knowledge, based on the 2 weavers I currently have, who are presumably around the place. I could have put the bell up in the church, but I did not. So yeah, so villagers gather here as well. I think that's... I can have multiple bells. It just spreads out the area where the villagers will potentially gather. Braining. Sand and sand derivatives. Cobblestone. Stuff. I've got a spare bow, although it's only good for kindling. Printer. Stop eating all your filament. And by eating it, it's wrapping it around the spool too tightly, so I'm having to keep untangling it. My apologies. Fences. Lots and lots of fences are required. That'll do. Ooh, evening is drawing in already. 20 minutes goes quite quickly in this game, gotta say. So, once I've got all the walls finished, or at least finished enough. Here we go. I can have the village secure. Once the village is secure, I don't need to worry so much. So I'm going to put a crafting table here. Now, in the past I've put that like that, but I want to have enough lighting. Put the fence gate there. Fence gate there. Next, I'm going to need like that. Otherwise, that's going to be a problem. I'm not going to have space for another field on the end. So I'm going to get 2 fields in, and then another field. Well, this field is going to have no grass for the short term at least. And I have almost exactly the right amount of fences. I just need to be able to get up on top of the wall. But I can deal with... Actually, no, I don't need to get on top of the wall. I need to be able to get to the gateway. And I can put a nice little tower on the gateway. Which I could do now, as I already have some of the foundations in. I can stand up here and you can see all the way down the wall in each direction. I can extend the wall that way and encompass that little house, and that house will finally be part of the village. It's only taken 11 episodes. Ow. So yeah, the grass will grow across there. I need to make 3 gates. And then I can extend the village. I guess I'll start by knocking out this bit of wall. Using these 3 fences here. Get rid of this bit first. Why do I have an advert for Oasis from like 2015 stuck in my head? Might not be 2015. The things that get stuck in my head. Like crossbow bolts. Or questionable covers of songs. Right, that's all that stub of wall removed. Left that bit in for now. I have a spare fence piece. So I have all this area up here, part of the village. I'm still going to keep those fences up though, because they should stop the villagers falling off. And technically they probably still could get in. Gonna need more dirt, and for more dirt I'm gonna need more gunpowder. Or lots of patience and a shovel. Excuse me. So the cactus are already starting to grow quite nicely. Creeper. There we go. If I can kill it with the sword, I get more loot. Just got to be careful it doesn't explode. Now this big flat bit over here, I'm probably going to replant with sugarcane. Because I still do need that sugarcane. Just not quite as urgently now that most of my librarians died. Boom. 5. Although I could just make a big raft of sugarcane and grow it on the sea. But then I have the problem of it, you lose it underneath the water and it's just a nuisance. However, I have a convenient 4 sand. I just need a flint and steel now. As far as I'm aware, there is no way to escape the village unless you can jump. As far as I'm aware, the villagers can't jump. Hopefully. What I might do though is put some golem gates in and try and get all the golems in this side of the village. So have a fence, a block. It's not very elegant, but it should suffice. So that's a easy access for villagers to get in and out. Hopefully the golems will eventually leave. I've got a lot of fish and a chicken. So get my flint and steel. Oh, I already have a spare shovel. Really should take care of my cats soon. I've had a lot going on. Could replace that with a golem gate actually, and just hope they spawn. Ooh. Alright then. Ooh, iron. I do need to kill more zombies, because I want to get... what's it called? Potatoes. One way you can get potatoes is loot from zombies. So those ones over there. Hey! Speak of the potato and it shall appear. Now, potatoes are not hugely useful or relevant, but, you know, aesthetics, completeness, all those things. Gonna go down one more block. Light it and run. Nice. That seemed like a more successful blast. Maybe I went too deep last time. No, I think that was a less successful blast. Never mind. Either way, I have dirt. And with dirt I can make the sheep field bigger. There you go. My village looks a little more imposing now from a distance. Might put some little beacon fires on top of there if I can persuade the villagers not to stand in them. I think I've got some netherrack left. Oh, 45 down. Okay, we have 15 minutes left. Woo! Now, it's only 3 o'clock, and my next game stream I'm on is at 8, so I could do a second part to this if people want to watch more of this today. You'll have to give me 20 minutes or so to get something to eat, because I'm hungry, okay? It's like 3 in the afternoon and I've not had lunch yet. I make good decisions. So now the other thing I discovered earlier while I was checking on something on the wiki, which is, to be honest, if you have any questions, ask the wiki. The wiki knows quite a lot. Yeah, I can stream some more then. What I was going to say. Yeah. So if you have any particular questions though, the wiki can answer most of them really easily. Obviously the wiki can't be like, this is the answer, but it can, you know, you can look up the subject and it'll generally have all the information, trivia and such relating to it. Oh dear. Why would you be throwing money at me, Ash? I'm concerned now. You're saving up for a trip to the UK. You don't need to, like, throw money at me. Hey, some golems already in this part of the village. Excellent. Stop trying to leave. I might put a second set of gates in here, just to... there. Insurance policy, that is. Just preferably... Okay, if you are going to throw money at me, at least, you know, preferably not like... those, like, pound bags of coins. And by a pound bag, it's a, 1 GBP's worth of pennies. Because those are quite heavy bags. Printer, why are you like this? I think at some point it's gotten one of the strands under another one. So every time I try and loosen it, it just tightens up another bit. As far as I'm aware, it's just a holiday, unless I've been misled. I wouldn't exactly complain, it's just a bit unexpected. So I've got plenty of spare dirt now. Once I've got enough spare dirt, though, I'll be able to make dirt paths through the village. It'll have grass! Grass! So let's update this one, and update this one. Hey, that's looking a bit smarter. Right then, I've got 10 minutes left, so I try and get the wall finished to get to that little house. Because I think that's going to be a good plan. I need to remember to plant that potato. So I'm going to harvest those carrots, plant the potato, shut the gate. Now it can grow in peace until there's a few more of them. So I need acacia wood fences or more palisade wall. I think more palisade wall will be nice. We'll take some fences though, just for good measure. Bloop. So, villager airlock. Villagers managed to get out. I will be concerned. So, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Oof. Alright then. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Many, lots, some additional. Ow. Now I could just continue the wall along here, but I'm going to continue it as a fence. More as a sort of boundary marker than as a defensive. Yes, defensive is exactly what I intended to say there. A defensive installations. So that can continue down to... No, that won't work. Ignore me on that one. If for whatever reason you've decided to build along at home, you probably shouldn't do that. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, you could. I mean, I've given you the seed to the world. It is completely possible for you to do that. It may not be quite the same, but it'll be near enough. There we go. So I just need to... Alright, I'm going to put a fence in here for now. Oof. Didn't think you were that young, Crispo. Gave the impression, at least, of being a slightly older person. So, you know, good for you if that was the intention. Then, otherwise, oofed. 1, 2... That's 3 high there. This will be a gate at some point. Ow. Ah, printer, no. Ah, no. It's... A point of weakness has been found. I may be able to save it. Let's... Okay, right. Sorry about this stream. Sorry for the squeaking noises. Right, so I've gone up 3 high. One, two. Okay. Control? No. Prepare. No, that's not going to work. Okay. 1 second. I've got to now climb around my printer a little bit to try and glue one of the pieces back on, as it has at least temporarily detached itself. Use very carefully, because if I do too much, it will mess up. Now I need to go put my lights on, I'm afraid, so I'll be right back. Oh, professionalism. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm looking at the sky. Right. Put a torch in the gateway. Need to put a fence along the back edge here. Otherwise the villagers will... Oh no, they're falling into the sea. Yeah, they probably shouldn't do that. Actually, yeah, that's good. Let's do that. 4, 4. Good. I think I'm going to have to shelf out this cliff to make it more stable. I have to resume that, I'm afraid. Right. Braining. 5 minutes left. That did not take as long as anticipated, even remotely. So, 3, 4? 3, 4. Okay. Need some more dirt to go around the top edge. That's not there, that's all one more over. So if I need to put the road up here, that's going to be awkward, but never mind. It's the building system. It's just how it is. I just fixed that. Okay, and the parts come off now. May have finished the stream a little early to fix the printer issue, but I will be back once I have had some lunch, but I will finish the map first, because that is what I do here. May have to remove that house back a little, but it will be fine. It will be fine. Fine, fine, fine. Four. Hey, exactly the right amount, possibly. I just need to fill in the blanks. But I can take out this piece of fence, this piece of ground. And it is just about going to be the right slope. Off you go, Lim. No pun intended. Okay, let's get the map done, as it's almost time to end. I need to get the glass. And so I'll be back in about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. All going well. So this map, pleasant changes have been made, hopefully. So that map. There we go. Put them back on the walls. So it's that one and that one. Hey, that's quite a big change between some episodes. So yes, I will leave you there. Have a nice day, and I'll be back in probably about 4 o'clock GMT. Half an hour or so. See you later. Bye.